Alright, the first thing that I wanna check before I start with the DLC is the alternate ending. And this would be the same. Now let's see it. It's supposed to be far quicker than Conquering Rome ending. Rabbi, what's up?
Shall we store your weapons at the villa, as usual?
My next battle will be in the Senate.
Are you sure? What makes you think you can win a battle of words against Lurko?
It's not like we can simply force him to confess. I'm good with words now.
Certainly, but keep in mind he has enough evidence to condemn all of us as well. Even if we can destroy him and get him exiled, it may well cost us our own lives. Are you ready to pay that price?
I am.
You would question our resolve. Of course we will follow you, like we have followed you until now.
Slow down. What if I don't want to be part of a potential murder trial?
Does that mean you will not come with us?
All I'm saying is I would like to at least be asked.
We have faced many battles together. But it takes real courage to face certain death.
There is no need for this kind of doom and gloom. We can convince the Senate. Let us not base all our plans on the worst possible outcome.
This is the right thing to do. The gods shall favor us. Are you with us, Calada?
Of course I am.
It seems you have reached a decision. Very well. For a moment I had my doubts about you. For that I apologize.
Right. Let's go celebrate that we all made it back alive. First round is on me.
Alright, this is the alternate ending. I already had an ending where I conquered Rome. And it was a happy ending. You become an emperor. Now what will happen?
You can't defend yourself on an empty stomach. Eat up.
A wise choice, Domine. Too much food induces sleep, too.
Now that you're back from another war, what do you want to do next?
We're not done yet. Lurko is still consul.
Precisely. We can't afford to underestimate our opponent at this stage.
Kikero and I will meet you in the Senate tomorrow morning to prepare for the trial.
Speak as if your life depends on it. In many ways, it may. You should get some rest. Tomorrow's trial will require you to have your wits about you.
You think we can win?
Those who try to predict the future will only make a laughing stock of themselves. Those who are prepared for all eventualities win in the end. It was not only my duty, but my pleasure as well. Your father made me promise to take care of you, no matter what. Looking at you now, I can only feel pride. I just wish your father were alive to see these days. I've been through much, but I have to admit, these days I feel old. I think I want to see my homeland again. To tell you the truth, I feel like I'm ready to die. It would be nice to see Halicarnassos again first. Thank you.
It is a good day, my friend. I've been thinking. You've done the right thing by not crossing the Rubicon with the Legion. It's the right choice. You'll see. Calada was a bit preoccupied. She's concerned about Corvinus. You know that sneaky bastard is still unaccounted for. They won't. The Senate is a virtuous and wise institution. They'll see the truth of the matter. Kikero is probably the best advocate in the Republic, and he's the consul. But what do I know? I'm just a soldier. I hope you're right.
What's on your mind? Your cause is just, and I believe we can convince the Senate. However, our opponent is devious. That worries me. I worry that he will not obey the will of the Senate if the result fails to be in his favor. Will you obey the Senate if you lose? A rhetorical one. I knew you would give that answer. If it were not, our republic would be doomed. Those with the greatest power must be under the most exacting scrutiny. But to answer the question in the spirit I think it was asked, we have Cicero on our side, the second consul. This sort of situation is precisely why there are two.
You look concerned. Children should never have to worry about their parents. Worry only about yourself. That monster tore my family apart. Killed my husband and my dearest friend. I just hope they make him suffer. That is a lovely thought, dear. But I'm not sure what he will do if he's no longer our servus. Perhaps he does not want to be a citizen. I don't think so, dear. Somebody needs to run the house, and I need to prepare a feast for our guests. His cooking is too complex, too flavorful, too Greek. Romans need Roman food.
Is that so? Attend the Senate trial against Consul. Let's see the trial, let's see what's gonna happen in this ending. And then we check the DLC and see what it is. It's arena. I don't know how they make it outside of the campaign though. We're about to find out. Get them on. Here not to remain in the USA, Robbie. You know how it is today with traveling.
We will have order in the Senate now! Debating the clarity of the augury will not be productive. The consul himself stands accused. Nothing could be of higher importance. Any other relationes shall be set aside. The result of this relatio again shall be decided per discussionem, and before the sun sets. You may continue, consul, but please, refrain from delving deeper into matters completely unrelated to our discussion.
Naturally. May I restate the necessity of using my actual title, Dictator, instead of Consul?
You're not Dictator anymore, are you?
Do you even know what Dictator in Perpetuo means?
The Legatus has a point. Your title was granted for a limited time in order to solve a crisis. Even though the time has not passed, we can certainly say the crisis exists no more.
I beg to differ. The crisis has evidently not passed. It has merely changed context. Allow my colleague Senator Antonius to display with clarity how unprecedented and absurd this relatio is.
Dear Senators, first let us consider the source and the spirit of the regulation that allows us to appoint a consul to the position of dictator. And yet, despite all this, we somehow ended up here accusing the very man who was tasked with the prevention of this crisis.
Thank you, Senator, for this detailed and above all long explanation of something we all knew. Our memories have been thoroughly refreshed. If that will be all, we will finally discuss the evidence presented against the consul. let us consider the preponderance of indications suggesting your involvement in the Mithridates affair years ago. At the time, you claimed to have no knowledge of your brother's corrupt and treasonous activities. But it is clear now that this wasn't entirely accurate.
I do not like what you're insinuating. My brother died for his crimes, if you remember. Do you mean to say that he was wrongly accused?
I mean to say you murdered your brother without trial to exonerate yourself. To believe he was guilty doesn't necessarily mean you were innocent. The evidence was clearly pointing at your involvement. You have merely diverted the attention of the court. I mean to say you murdered your brother without trial to exonerate yourself.
And then the Senate simply agreed with my unlawful miscarriage of justice? I find this offensive, both to the memory of my late brother and to the august institution of this Senate.
As it represents the will of the people, the Senate is quite obviously incapable of making mistakes.
Thank you.
But you did execute your own brother without waiting for due process. Just as his guilt wasn't for you to establish, his punishment wasn't for you to carry out. Do you have a counter-witness, Dictator?
I am the most important counter-witness here. Let me tell you my side of the story.
You hours later.
Therefore, you cannot connect my activities to that war. In fact, it is fair to say my alleged relationship with Mithridates was only in the service of Rome.
Somehow, fair wasn't the word that came to mind. Shall we perhaps talk about the infamous invasion of Egypt?
Infamous is the correct word for it. The Legatus ignited a war in a land that was already a province of Rome. He brought chaos and terror to Africa. The following unlawful invasion of Egypt caused the extinction of the Ptolemaic dynasty, all in service of unrealistic political ambitions.
Following unlawful invasion of Egypt caused the extinction of the Ptolemaic dynasty. What plunged Africa into chaos was the murder of proconsul Licinius Lucullus. It was you who created the civil war with your clandestine legion. Evidently, I'm not the one who had political ambitions. What plunged Africa into chaos was the murder of proconsul Licinius Lucullus.
That was certainly a tragedy. But the Senate knows that was Ptolemy's doing. Indeed, that was the justification for declaring war in the first place.
I don't think either of you has any evidence to back these claims.
This has happened before, Senators. The selfish enemies of our people supporting our foes by undermining honorable people like Vitellius Lorco. I will recount the story for the benefit of the Senate.
Oh, must you? Once again, this was a completely unnecessary digression.
Once more, I must direct your attention to the utter lack of credible witnesses. Neither this legendary ledger nor the fictional accountant who wrote it are anywhere to be seen.
Then explain your presence in Alexandria, at the time of the battle. Why would Ptolemy, who at the time was waging war against Rome, be on friendly terms with you?
I was trying to clean up the diplomatic mess created by your Legatus.
So Rome, I'm no one's Legatus. Take it you were an ambassador to Egypt at the time. Actually, it was I who was trying to clean up your mess.
You started a civil war and made your own legion party to it. That's a dangerous power play.
Perhaps. Let us end by discussing your recent campaign against the barbarians of Gallia. You did kill members of the dictator's Praetorian Guard, didn't you, Legate?
Rightfully so. I only regret not doing it myself. It was they who attacked the Legatus. They were slain in self-defense.
Will we listen to prisoners now? This man is a barbarian. He will say anything to save his skin.
This is Vercingetorix, the absolute king of Gallia, who was wrongfully accused of attacking Rome.
Absolute. Gallia belongs to Rome.
That is correct. He is not the king of anything. That doesn't mean he will not tell the truth. We're listening to you, fallen king.
Then I shall tell you how this man started a war between Rome and Gallia purely to make himself your ruler.
So you accuse the consul of Rome of falsifying a cause for war?
My people had no intention of attacking Rome. I had everything under control, until he came. So much blood was spilled for the ambitions of one man.
Thank you for your contribution, fallen king. Lictors, return him to the dungeon. I can see the Senate has more or less reached a decision. Shall we end the discussion of this relatio by voting on the result? I am sorry, my friend. For what it's worth, I was rooting for you. But you really did poorly in making your case, and I had to be impartial. Wars are fought on the battlefield, but they're won in the Senate. This will not end well for you. And chances are this is the last time we will see each other. Vale, Legate. You came, you saw, and you lost.
Aha. You lost the trial, it was all for nothing, you must leave Rome in disgrace. Shit, man, what do you need to do? You need to glorify Rome non-stop.
We will
naturally. May I restate? Do you?
Dear senators, first let us consider the source and the spirit of the regulation that allows us to. And yet,
I do not like what you're insinuating. My brother died for his crimes, if you remember. Do you mean to say that he was wrongly accused?
The evidence was clearly pointing at your involvement. You merely diverted the attention of the court.
And what did I do to divert the attention of the Senate? Kill my own brother? Tell me, Legate. Do you have any other far-fetched theories?
I admit, the accusation is rather weak. It implies the Senate can be fooled, and that the consul used fratricide to merely distract people. Do you have a counter-witness?
I am the most important counter-witness here. Let me tell you my side of the story. The following unlawful invasion of Egypt caused the extinction of the Ptolemaic dynasty.
It was you who created the civil war with your clandestine legion.
A clandestine legion? I wonder what else you'll come up with. I suppose my secret legion had ghosts for Centuriones.
I take that as a compliment. But unfortunately, I'm not a ghost.
Okay, I get it. Now we get it. It can be won, but you really need to pick right choices during the trial.
Naturally. May I restate? Do you? I beg.
Dear senators, first let us consider the source and the spirit of the regulation that allows us to.
I do not like what you're insinuating. My brother died for his crimes, if you remember. Do you mean to say that he was wrongly accused?
I do believe he was guilty. That doesn't necessarily mean you were innocent.
By your logic, anyone can be guilty of anything.
The Legatus has a point. We're not talking about some stranger. This evidence implicates your family. And you were never proven innocent. Do you have a counter-witness?
I am the most important counter-witness here. Let me tell you my side of the story.
Wasteland 1 Remastered, I doubt it's gonna happen this year.
In fact, It is fair to say my alleged relationship with Mithridates was only in the following unlawful invasion. A clansman.
Now I know the truth of the matter. Let me tell you about the operations of our Legion of Death. These are serious accusations. If proven true, they will get you in serious trouble, Hadrianus. I disagree. The moment I realized the true nature of Rutilius Lurco, I started working for the Legatus. I have been promised clemency.
Once more, I must direct your attention to the utter lack of credible witnesses. Neither this legendary ledger nor the fictional accountant who wrote it are anywhere to be seen.
Then explain your presence in Alexandria.
I was trying to clean up the diplomatic mess created by your Legatus.
I serve Rome, I'm no one's Legatus.
Interesting how you just tried to cast the Legatus as a foe. He was, of course, serving Rome at the time. And his campaign was declared bellum justum et pium by the Fetiales. Let us end by discussing the recent campaign.
Right. Will we listen to prisoners now? This man is a barbarian. He will say anything to save his skin.
He has been given no promises in exchange for his testimony. He knows his life is forfeit.
Even the doomed still hold out hope of mercy to the end. We cannot...
Conclusions will be drawn by those...
Then I shall tell you how this man started a war between Rome and Gallia purely to make himself your ruler.
So you accuse the consul of Rome?
My people hadn't...
Thank you for your...
I see Senator Antonius has something to add.
Oh, right. I thank you for this opportunity to talk about the history of foreign leaders being represented at the Senate. First of all,
once again, thank you for your detailed explanation of this important issue, Senator. Shall we finally proceed to decide now?
We certainly shall not. The sun has set and a decision was not reached. I believe this relatio is to be declared undecided.
It cannot be.
Dictator Lurco is correct, Legate. A decision has to be reached by sunset. And if not, the relatio will be undecided. But in light of the overwhelming and damning evidence against the dictator, I believe this relatio deserves a proper decision. We reconvene tomorrow at sunrise for the final decision. This shall give the dictator a fair chance to defend himself. One final time. This session is at an end.
Let's wait until everyone has left, so we can talk to Kikero in private.
I admit, I was rooting for you. But you really did defend your case excellently. Tomorrow's hearing will be a formality. You've pretty much won.
What you're doing is unexpected, but admirable nevertheless. It seems you're not beyond redemption when it comes to the morality of your actions. However, I want to be certain that you understand the gravity of what you've done. You have murdered the Praetorian guard of a sitting consul. There may yet be consequences.
Their deaths were unfortunate but necessary. I hope the Senate will understand.
The Senate is made of men. It is as moral as the people who inhabit the building.
I think the risks themselves are irrelevant at this point. The Senate has been convinced of Lurco's guilt.
Despite his futile stalling, you've made it clear to everyone that Rutilius Lurco's war in Gallia was nothing but a power grab.
Lurco is rich. Maybe he wanted this teleport time to buy off some of the senators.
Some of the senators do not possess the virtues required for the position. Immoral men are predictable, though. They tend to follow the winner.
only we could finally prove that Lorco killed my father and Lucullus.
It's best to refrain from mentioning these accusations unless we can prove them. Compared to the level of treason implied, the murder of 2 Romans seems trivial. Should he repeat his accusations of murder, it is my hope to use precisely this argument to shield you from them.
Perhaps a greater number of witnesses is needed.
The consistency of their testimonies is more important than their numbers.
The Senate has the right to stop listening to witnesses if their opinion is already formed. I believe it has been, and it is strongly in our favor.
What do you have there?
Food for the Legatus and his friends.
They want to poison us.
Let me have a taste.
It's for the Domini only.
My Dominus does not eat anything until I've tasted it.
Well, all right then.
Delicious.
That's odd. I haven't ordered any food to be brought here.
There is no eating in the Senate.
Cineros spit it out.
Oh, excuse me. I feel dizzy all of a sudden. There is an odd taste to this food.
Sit down, if you feel unwell.
I can't.
Cineros dies like this if you refuse to conquer it. Well, fuck.
The food was poisoned. Where did that sower go?
We must get him to a physician immediately.
Stay with him. I'll get help.
Armed men have entered the forum.
We brought your weapons.
Oh, man. He's dead. Lurko. I shall skin your back and lay you on salt. I shall feed your cock to street dogs.
Mud! Grieve later, Bestia. They're here.
Oh man, oh man. Horses. Corvus. Completely different than when you conquer Rome. Different fights, everything is different. It's a bit fucked up now without Cineros. Now we got Kaiso this time.
Allah, still alive. Make sure no one escapes.
Close. I could collect them all and kill. He needs to go down. was Bestia. You need to die. I need you down. Some 6% chance. Son of a bitch. Is that 76% chance? Jesus.
You're a dangerous man.
Squad with us. Where the fuck are you going? Okay.
I don't have time for this. Deal with them.
You won't stand up. Get out of the way.
Worthy of the arena.
Get the last one!
Corvinus! That honorless piece of shit! He got away!
Your mother is alone. We must hurry. Knowing Corvinus, he will either go there next, or he'll send someone for her.
He's dead.
We'll miss him in a final confrontation.
I'm sorry. He was a good man, my friend. Your mother.
He'll try to take hostages.
Meet us in the Reggia when your family is safe. Our dear Pontifex, Maximus Aurelius Cotta, will be good to have on our side.
We have basically already won. This attack represents a clear legal victory.
Marcus, this is not the time.
I don't like this ending with Cineros being dead. At least everyone remains alive when you go with the dictator ending. Bullshit. Where's Kalida's armor? Completely different story here. Is it considered a CRPG? No. No. It's a mix of a turn-based CRPG and a real-time
Short
strategy.
arrows. The guards were attacked from afar.
Other
We may be
classic
too
CRPG.
late.
They killed everyone. The villa is burning!
How many?
Most of them already left. There are still 4 in the garden.
Mother.
She sought shelter in the study, just like last time.
Lurko.
The consul himself? Certainly not.
None of those bastards are leaving this place alive.
Should I inform the authorities?
Run to the Senate, it's safe now. Kikir and Kate are there. You must tell them what Lurko has done.
I shall run as fast as my legs will take me.
What a sight. How long do you think it'll take to burn down?
It'll burn long into the night, that's for sure.
Should we be worried about it spreading to the adjacent buildings?
Nah, that's not our problem. I'm more concerned about the proprietor showing up to put out the fire.
That posh prick already lies dead on the Senate floor.
The only blood that stains the Senate floor is that of your friends. Now get away from the door. Or will inflict upon your death far more painful than theirs.
You're alive? But that means... Forgive us. We're only performing our duty.
Only in death does duty end.
We really caught those thugs off guard.
If they expected mercy, they should not have started fire here.
Your mother is trapped in there. We have to get her out.
Use the water from the fountain to douse the flames.
Everyone, fill your water jugs from the fountain. We have to keep those flames at bay.
Reach your mother in the study. Claudiana must not die. Reduce the fire to 20 hexes to extinguish it. 37 hexes must be put out. Prevent the inferno from consuming the villa. It's from the video.
Strike my shield all you want.
Jesus Christ, man. That's oil, not water. Okay, all close to the font.
Please, is anyone still alive? Help!
50 hexes must be put up. It's impossible. Spreading, and it's spreading everywhere. How am I supposed to put all of this out? I don't know. Can't save the villa, that I just can't. I don't see saving this villa at all. I don't see how. I just don't. $74 hipsis must be put down. Maybe only at the start if I play it well. Only at the start. Right now it's just spreading. Let me see what I can do at the start. It's just fucking spreading uncontrollable. How many are burning? 37. I need to pick what I want to distinguish. And where. It's uncontrollable. Use the fire to 20 hexes. I need 4 hexes. haven't played yet. You have 3 hexes there. One hex. Oh. So I'm the one that fucked it all up. Few hexes left.
Please, is anyone still alive?
It's the 63. If I don't do it immediately, I see no way. It needs to be done in round 1. I reduced to 20 hexes in round 1. Son of a bitch. Reduce the part, 20 hexes to extinguish it. 20 hexes must be put out. 40 out of 400 hexes applied. Yes. This is bullshit. How? How? With what? Son of a bitch. I'm supposed to reach her and reduce that to 20 hexes. Is that so? Escape
Oh,
burning
thank
villa.
Juno. Please, get me out of here.
Reduce the part to 20 hexes. Spreading out uncontrollably, I can't. Just gonna get this. No more inspire. I just don't see the way to do it, and that's it. Maybe if I try like crazy, but it's really idiotic. It spreads out way too fast. I don't know, man. I really don't know. It even spreads on water, where are it go? They're just impossible. Let's finish. I just wanted to see a different ending, but I wasn't expecting this shit. 75 out of 400 hexes are playing. I did reduce, alright, I did reduce to 20 and it didn't stop. There's also that. Out of 400. Don't know if I'm supposed to extinguish them non-stop. How much did they spread? Where do they spread? Who the fuck is gonna extinguish this? Please.
Everyone's dead. They had no mercy. They butchered the Serwi. Oh, I am bleeding.
You need help. Get her to a physician.
Did you think they struck her by accident in passing?
Calada. Perhaps they were trying to incapacitate her. Or maybe they were merely incompetent. It's keeping us on the defensive. We need to regroup and strike back.
Of course I can. Everyone must hear about what happened here today.
Strike two birds with one stone and take her to the Reggia. Cato and Cicero are waiting for you there, and the Vestal Virgins can treat Claudiana.
I will release a review soon about the game. That's the first thing. The second thing is I haven't started the DLC yet. For Expeditions Rome, and I've been 87 hours in the game so far. So it's gonna be around 100 hours once I'm done with it. It's an extremely long game. It's very good. Writing, story, all of that is great. Tactical combat, turn-based. Extremely good. The only question is if you like army management and war camp management. Some will like it, some will hate it, I guess. But overall, it's one of the better games in 2022. Top 3 in 2022 so far. Transistor, how come you only get 14 heads in a row, man? By the way, it might happen. that I transfer and stream on YouTube during summer completely. So there probably won't be any Twitch streams anymore. I heard they want to take 70% of subscribers fee instead of 50. Plus, Twitch has become a porn platform with bunch of morons and idiots on it. And this is a gaming channel. I don't see myself here anymore, to be honest. So I'll probably switch to YouTube during summer. So those would be the latest news. Seek refuge at Regia. Is this Pompey? Marcus Ere? Oh, this is Scott.
You are alive.
They went after my family.
Of course he would. The coward. I'm so glad your family is safe now.
I could not believe my ears when Cato told me about Bjorko's betrayal. This shall not go unpunished.
Do you think we have enough evidence to condemn him?
You will need to come up with a very good reason for doing this.
I'd like to see him try.
Let us make sure my mother remains safe.
I shall keep her in the temple. No harm will come to her. You have my word.
Can I trust you, Kote?
I know we haven't always seen eye to eye, but this is a matter of family and friendship.
It was Corvinus.
What if he comes back for us? I don't believe anyone close to you is safe.
By the will of the gods, we'll be ready for him.
Your faith is inspiring.
We need to seize the initiative. Corvinus can't be too far away. As long as he's in the wind, we can't be safe.
Khalida will find him.
Maybe, but it'll take some time, and we don't have much to spare.
I know where he is.
Maybe I can ask some of my friends in the Senate. Lyurko must have allies, and perhaps some of them know a few things.
Highly unlikely. Chances are not even Lyurko knows where that man is.
I know where he is.
An augury might reveal his location.
Will we set a chicken loose in the streets of Rome and hope that it guides us to him? Hardly.
I know where he is!
All right, there's no need to yell.
He is at Campus Martius, hiding with a group of gladiators he has hired. We can go there and get him. These are men I have fought beside in the arena, who looked up to me once. I am certain. What if it is? Do we have a choice? He killed my magister. I will make no promises.
Bestia. Freaking hilarious. They put a lot of effort. Really a lot. Martius. Similar to the Imperator ending. Very similar, okay. Maybe a bit harder. We'll see if there's gonna be a battle at the square.
Lucius Erucius Corvinus. We're here. Come out and play.
The entire ensemble is here. I guess you're ready for the final act. I have to admit, I'm impressed. I did not expect you to be able to find this place.
Gladiators, by aiding this man, you're making yourself accomplice to murder, corruption, and treason. Do you believe a man such as he will work to have you exonerated? Of course not. He will leave you to take the fall. What good will his denarii do you when you're strangled to death for his crimes?
Pay no heed to his words. We work for the consul himself. Vitellius Lurco will ensure that no punishment of any kind will befall us.
We will tear that weasel limb from limb. Then there will be no one to protect you from the law.
I remember you, Tabat. We fought lions together in the arena.
Bestia Tabat. Now, no amount of denarii will make me fight you.
You're on your own, Corvinus.
Defeat Corvinus. Man, I'm out of Greek fire. I'm out of everything.
These people are so weak.
Disappear. Sure. God damn you, man. That's fun. Where on fucking earth are you? Interesting. Find him.
Howl like the dog you are.
Man, I don't know where he is. Oh, you're down. Okay.
These people are so weak.
It's over then. Typical.
This guy's guard.
I will skin your face and drink from your skull.
A charming notion, but improbable. May I propose a different option?
There are no options. You will die now.
Or we can be sensible about this and keep him alive. He probably knows a lot about Lorco's plans. Besides, Corwinus is a capable and smart warrior. He'd be useful to us.
He's more valuable to us alive.
That is not acceptable.
We'll question him just in case.
Finally, we can stop watching our backs. Corwinus, you are under arrest for the attempted murder of this man and the actual murder of his service. You're coming with us.
Don't wanna loot, I don't need items. Already seen one ending. I really don't need to see anything else. Next day. Where are the others? Only see two of them.
Corwinus is inside. His attitude has become quite a bit more cooperative overnight. He will talk if he survives, meaning if we can restrain Bestia. We all have different ways of dealing with grief. I've sent him away. He's probably drowning his sorrows in wine now. The consul has announced that he wants to question this criminal himself, so I expect him to send some of his lictors our way. We are prepared for them.
Like his most probable, stay alert.
Always. She was supposed to be here. I don't know what she's doing.
Go find her.
At once.
Everything is silent. He whimpers like a wounded dog. But silence is in the air.
That fresh blood on him.
He tried to lick me.
His tongue is still attached, right?
His tongue is, but not all his teeth.
Think they'll try to save him.
He is not worth saving. He is caught. He is evil. Does not matter if he dies. He deserves eternal torment. Fine.
Well, here we go again. You want to try your hand at torturing me as well?
It's entirely up to you.
Fair enough. I suppose you have some questions. Ask then. Let's get this over with.
How long you been working for Lurk?
For too long. He hired me back when he assumed control of Weeksy.
Were you working for Felix Hadrianus back then?
Of course not. Weeksy existed in one form or another for hundreds of years. Felix is only the latest of its commanders. I'm no fanatic, though. He merely hired me as a contingency.
Get the impression you're not the most loyal of Lurko's servants.
I am loyal to my contract. Besides, all of his loyal guards are dead, thanks to you. If I have to choose between loyalty and death, I don't have to ponder my options for long.
Would you work for me if I pay you more than Lurk?
It's not just money. Lurko is a very intelligent man, and I respect that. He plans ahead, and he rarely leaves things to chance.
Did he plan for us to secure evidence of all of his crimes?
It is the first serious misstep I have ever seen him make. You have got him powerfully rattled. That's why he will never face you in the Senate. That's why he sent me to assassinate you at last. Not out of any personal animosity. With Marcellus and his useless brutes gone, it was up to me to finish the job.
Killing me wasn't enough, but you really had to wipe out my family.
That wasn't me. He hired someone else for that. My job was simply to get rid of you. The consul obviously hoped you'd get yourself killed in Gallia. I guess this was his contingency plan. You of all people should know that warfare is about positioning. Once you can cover any possible move your foe might make, victory is a natural outcome. Merely by trying to win from such a position, your enemy defeats himself.
I didn't know a thing or two about warfare, and this time Lurk is out of moves.
I would not bet on that. Look, I'm getting bored of this. We both know you're not going to kill me, and I've told you all I know. Frankly, none of this is any use to you. For all I know, me getting caught is part of Lurko's plan. So, hand me over to the authorities and let me face charges.
And what makes you think I won't kill you?
Because that would be illegal, and you would have defeated yourself.
I won't sink to Lurko's level. I'll see to it that you're judged together with him.
It will never come to that.
Lock him up.
No problem. See you soon.
Med icke och en kotte ett regia. Longer than I expected. Urian Hilo. I thought it was just gonna end at the Senate. But no, it's an entire act. Freaking game, man.
Did he talk?
He's still hiding something. He's least out of the picture now.
That is comforting. I'm glad we have him.
What do we do now?
If Senate is still in doubt, when the trial resumes, that will settle it. By attacking my family, Lurko has implicated himself.
This is so unlike him. Usually he has a plan. I wonder if the whole Corvinus business was a distraction. Distraction from what?
Corvinus would be a good witness if needed. He must know a lot about Lurko's schemes.
That could be a benefit of all this, but if you couldn't make him talk...
His presence alone ought to unnerve the council.
Not a bad idea at all. The pressure on Lurko is mounting. Every man has a breaking point.
Lurko is doomed. What if he runs?
I took precautions. The consul of Rome cannot leave the city unnoticed.
None of my Praetorian guards arrived. They were supposed to meet me here.
I thought they'd be with you. I haven't seen any of your companions since yesterday.
That worries me.
Come to think of it, Cato wanted to meet us here too. But he's late.
Where is he?
He should be here any moment now. Don't worry. Cato is a smart man who knows how to handle a gladius.
There he is.
Your Praetorian guard is captured in front of the Senate. We must hurry.
Oh.
It seems he has them arrested for a number of crimes.
Can he do that?
He is still dictator. He can do whatever he wants.
I fear there is nothing we can do to stop him within the bounds of the law.
God damn it. That's why Imperator ending is best. What are they doing in front of the Senate?
Political theater. He has gathered a crowd and he's calling you out. You must be very careful. The lives of your friends are at stake.
Is there nothing to be done?
I'll try to gather some Praetores. This is blatantly illegal, but I guess he's finally given up all pretense.
He is desperate. Be very careful. Desperate men do stupid things. I'll come with you to witness the situation.
Keep him occupied until I can bring help.
I will come with you as well. The Vestal Virgins will look after your mother.
Confront Vitellius Lurk. I don't like this ending at all. At all. And again, it's gonna end in the street. But this time I don't have my army. I have my Praetorians. I don't have my companions. That's the entire difference. Not to mention that I won't become an Emperor. That's a special though. When you wanna be good, you actually receive a bad ending. When you play selfishly, you receive a great ending. Good ending.
Traitor to the Republic! Murderer of Romans! Enemy of the people! I have had your co-conspirators arrested, and they are patiently waiting for their moment of execution. But my own patience is wearing thin. I know villains like you do not have a sense of honor or virtue. Nevertheless, I know you were at least born Roman. If you have a speck of honor left, confess and surrender.
Consul, what are you doing? You can't publicly execute people without trial. Our laws forbid such despotism.
As dictator, prescription is well within my rights. The people of Rome saw fit to grant me that power. Who are you to question the wisdom of the people?
Bend down and let the Senate resolve this.
As long as Rome remains in crisis, I shall remain dictator. Your traitor friends are rightfully apprehended. If you want them, you'll have to go through me.
The Senate gave you the title so you can resolve the conflict with Gallia. It is resolved now.
It clearly isn't. You are still alive, aren't you?
You're the one who started the war, I finished it.
The Gauls were going to attack Rome eventually. I just made sure their attack took place on our terms.
Is that why they were able to march through the streets of Rome, burning and pillaging it well?
So what? A few granaries were burnt down and some people died. We have lost hundredfold more lives in countless wars and no objections were raised. Just like our courageous legionari. Their deaths served the Republic. Unless your intention is to bore me to death, I would like to start executing these criminals.
This is horseshit! Those people are heroes!
They've done nothing wrong! Let them go!
You have lost your control, Lurko. Look at the faces of these people, your fellow citizens. They're afraid.
Only criminals and traitors should be afraid of me.
They're afraid of what you have turned the Republic into. That fear will turn into anger the moment anyone decides to stand up and protect the Republic.
You're a good tactician. Consider your position now. Your prisoners are the only advantage you possess. But they're only valuable while they're still alive. The Legatus can wait until you turn yourself into a murderer.
Or we can simply kill you and save them all. Then you will have achieved nothing here.
You wouldn't do that. You're men of law and order.
Risk leaving you alive. Look, this is the day you'll die.
There's a difference between a warrior and a murderer. One kills for glory, the other out of fear. Do not give in to your fear, my friend.
Come on, snap out of it. You're not this stupid. We will not let the Romans kill you when he is dead. We will fight for you.
There's no way out for him after this. You're playing into his hand. Rome needs saving, not us.
When you're by my side, do not sacrifice yourself for nothing.
It's not for nothing. It's for everything.
Enough! Make your decision.
This is the end for you, Lurko.
What are you doing? You're giving up the high ground. This is what he wants. You'll be no better than him.
Don't listen to Kikero. The lives of your friends are worth more than your career. Let us end this.
Him.
Completely different. Completely different.
Don't let these limp-dick bastards kill us.
Descending really different. Everything should burn if I do this. I need to reach them. Maybe we can. Can't go up, it's bullshit.
laser attack has all but guaranteed my control of Rome.
You have no control. Look around you, you madman. Look at the chaos you've caused.
Set them free.
As soon as I see them.
Save yourselves!
Kikiro and Kota must survive. How am I supposed to do that? God damn it, man. Survive. There's attack of opportunity from this moron here. They can't hold that long.
Big mistake, friends.
Let's see how you handle us when we are free and armed.
Kill the Lurko.
Drop your weapon, citizen. Step away from the consul. It pains me to say this, but you'll have to come with us.
Do as the Praetor says. There's not much I can do at this point.
Why did you do this?
He was gonna kill you and the trial could have brought you back. The price was simply too high.
Everything we've ever done. Was it all for nothing in the end?
It's a selfless act, Kaiser. The final sacrifice of the finest commander Rome has ever known.
Why?
If you think that, you are maybe not as smart as you seem.
Let's go.
Shit, it's such a different ending. Where can I do live streams on YouTube? Yeah, of course, I'm a partner there.
You look miserable.
Regrouping, hello. Not the best bathhouse in Rome.
You don't smell like you've had a bath in a while.
I had a chat with Cato. He says not even Cicero can save you. Why did you do it? We were ready to die for you.
I'll tell you a secret. I just do things without thinking about the consequences.
The best of warriors fight with an empty mind.
It really does sum you up, does it not?
I see no reason why we have to leave you in there. You may be waiting to be exiled, but they will never let you live. You're too dangerous. So, do you want to get out of here?
Where?
Anywhere but here.
And what would I do on my own?
There's no way I will let you go alone, honey. You're the only husband I haven't murdered. Yet.
You know I'd come with you in the blink of an eye. If it weren't for my family. This hero's adventuring days are over. I'm sure you will understand.
My place is by your side. That I owe to my Magister.
I will come with you. I was planning to leave Rome already. And wherever we go from here, I will be happy for your company.
A jailbreak sounds like an excellent idea. Let's go.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Alright.
I don't know how many different endings there are. 5.
The story of the selfless savior of Rome has long since passed into legend. It is easy these centuries later to forget that in his time he was regarded as a criminal and forced to flee Rome with his friends to escape execution. We are more familiar with his legacy, the towering example of loyalty and righteousness that he came to represent in the years following his exile. He was a servant of Rome who rose time and time again to defend the Republic in war and in politics. It was only at the very end, when the lives of his closest friends were threatened, that he turned his back on law and tradition. The example he set for his fellow Romans has endured to this day. It is said that he went on to become a wandering adventurer, an explorer of foreign lands. Stories appear in legends throughout the provinces of a band of traveling heroes who fought oppression and injustice wherever they went. It is widely believed these stories chronicle the life of the savior of Rome following his exile. But that is another kind of story for another time. Cynaros. Once he had been an athlete, a wrestler, and a troublemaker. But in our story, he was a servus, a protector, and a mentor. He had died diligently performing the task to which he had devoted himself, protecting his ward. Cynaros was given a tomb in Rome's finest cemetery, next to his old dominus, whose death had incited this story. Though his death had been unexpected, he met his end with dignity and resolve. He had received forgiveness and, after a fashion, vindication for the mistakes of his youth. He was missed by all those who knew him. When his friends left Rome, Caeso stayed behind in the city to settle down with Lucia and their daughter. Though their relationship was distant at first, the shared love they felt for their daughter soon brought them close, and eventually they had more children together. To his surprise, Caeso took well to the quiet life and to fatherhood. And on the few occasions when he did feel that old lust for adventure bubble back to the surface, he would leave Rome for a time and visit his friends in exile, who were always glad to see him. Even though it began in exile, Callida's second marriage turned out considerably better than her first. Away from the rigid society of Rome, she flourished with her new husband. Together they traveled far and wide, and had many more adventures, until they found a place they liked enough to settle down. Callida was happy to find that it was possible to be a wife and a mother without giving up the things she loved. She taught their children archery and horseback riding, and nobody ever again looked down on her for her unwomanly pursuits. Bestia returned to Africa to look for his sister again. Eventually, he did find her, and together they returned to Mauretania, where they settled down in an idyllic village and started new families of their own. In this new, quiet life, Bestia learned the true value of happiness. Deianira followed her friend into exile. Rome had never quite lived up to her expectations, and she was glad to leave it behind. Eventually, she returned to her homelands of Shervia, where she reconnected with her family, but she always remained in contact with her friends, visiting frequently with new stories and exotic spices from distant lands. Claudiana lived for many more years. She had many friends in Rome, and her life was peaceful and comfortable until her final days. On her deathbed, she revealed that she had once been very close indeed with Lucullus, and that indeed the true family name of her children was Licenia. Cato remained an important figure in Roman politics, grudgingly respected even by those among the population who desired change. He remained a defender of the patrician class, a shield against the pandering and opportunism of the more populist voices. He himself was elected consul twice throughout his life, and his years in the position were generally favorably regarded. Cicero served one more year as consul before his retirement. In his old days, he lived a quiet life on a farm in Sicily, where he was greatly beloved by the people for his time as quaestor. He continued to write many books on politics and law. Defeated once more by Rome, Mithridates escaped to the lands north of the Black Sea in the hope that he could raise a new army. But the locals soon rebelled against his rule. Incapable of taking his own life by poison, in the end, Mithridates died by the sword of his bodyguard. With Zenobia in charge of Musia, it became once more a peaceful part of the Roman province of Asia Minor. With her focus on trade and strong ties to the neighboring regions, her people enjoyed a period of great prosperity. Without the leadership of Damianos, the rebellion of his gladiators soon spiraled out of control, beginning what became known as the Servile War. Escaped slaves terrorized the Roman citizens throughout Thracia until the wealthy senator Crassus brutally defeated them and crucified thousands along the road towards Rome. With the death of the Pharaoh Ptolemy and Queen Cleopatra, the Ptolemaic dynasty had fallen. Despite the attempts of Rome to hold the nation together under their rule, a bloody war of succession soon arose between various parties claiming to be descendants of the pharaoh. Rome was forced to send its legions to Egypt once again to restore stability by crushing the enemies of the Republic and rule Egypt with an iron fist. With the death of Cleopatra and under the steady guidance of Lunya, Nazarmanes once more became a peaceful and prosperous part of Africa Proconsularis, firmly aligned with Rome. As the eldest and most respected elder of the Berber tribes, Lunya became a singular figure of leadership and respect in the region. She was said to be more than 100 years old when she died. After traveling all across Africa for many years, going wherever her instincts took her, Raya eventually returned to Memphis and to the service of Tener at the Temple of Ubasti. When her mentor passed away, Raya naturally assumed the mantle as High Priestess of the Cat Goddess. Though the old faith was dwindling, she was greatly beloved by many, and her temple prospered, always home to many, many, many cats. With Diwitiacus once more assuming rulership of the Idwe, the tribe maintained a strong alliance with Rome, and through it, they greatly prospered. With the aid of the Idwe, Gallia slowly unified under Roman rule, and civilization soon began to creep into those lands in the form of paved roads, aqueducts, and fortified Roman towns. In his old age, did the Druid ever regret hastening the absorption and suppression of his own faith and culture? We will never know. The defeat and death of Vercingetorix had reduced the once mighty Awerni tribe to a myriad bickering chieftains. Without his vision, his charisma, and his resolve, there was no unifying figure to rally around, and no way for Gallia to resist their slow but inevitable assimilation into Rome. Perhaps if Vercingetorix had lived, some of their culture or religion might have survived in some form. But surely they must be grateful that civilization at last was brought to their lands. In this work, I have done my best to recount the history of this fascinating period, truthfully and accurately. As I have scoured the sources and spoken to many who claimed to have heard the story from someone who was there at the time, one thing that has stood out to me is the pivotal moments along the way where our story could have turned out very differently. Might the Legatus and his friends have remained in Rome to influence its politics in the years to come? Perhaps if they had chosen to lead the legion across the Rubicon and lay siege to Rome itself. I believe if such a thing had been done, Rome might no longer be a republic, but rather an empire. One should always take care when second-guessing historical figures with the benefit of hindsight. Here in the present, there will never truly be a way for you to know how you might have acted if you had lived in the past. Nor can you ever be certain how history will remember you.
Imperator ending is definitely better. I liked it more than this one, but we've seen two endings. There is the third ending where you sacrifice yourself, and that's kinda the worst ending. All in all, as far as I can tell, more happy endings than bad endings in the game. For the DLC, it's 2 AM. I would start the DLC tomorrow. Then just play Arena. Gladiator mod. Skip the original game, access Gladiator DLC directly. Each of the 3 arenas using story companions, your own character, winning each fight, awards XP and random loot. Yeah, we can play that the entire day tomorrow, the new enemies and so on. For today, that's gonna be it. Guys, it was a short stream, a very short one. We continue tomorrow. People, thanks for watching. I wish you all good night. And I'll be seeing you back soon.